What's up, everybody? It's your man JFilt, and I was just recently asked a question. What do you think about the MPC 2000 XL in 2023? So let's talk about it, and let's get into it. All right, I'm gonna just jump in, man. So anyway, as y'all know or may not know, I still use the MPC 2000 XL in 2023, but maybe not the way you think that I use it. Right now, I've been using it as a controller for some time now, and I'm gonna tell you why. And this goes along with the reasons why it may be for you or it may not be for you. So let's just talk about some of the reasons why there are some pros and some cons to use it in 2023. So the pros, I would say it has its own sound character. That is definitely true. And you see that evident in the way that all these newer machines have a older school MPC model or MPC mode, as you know. So, because they're trying to capture that sound. Also, it's a classic. What can I say? It's vintage. If you're looking for like that vintage classic 90s type of sound, the MPC 2000 XL will not fail you. So you can definitely get it out of that box alone. Also, the pads feel great. Even though newer pads feel good too, but it's just the pads always felt really good to me. Another pro is the limitations. Actually, that's a pro for me because it forces you to become more creative. And I have tons and tons of videos on Mingus. For those that don't know, my MPC 2000's name is Mingus, right? So, if you have it and you're trying to learn some tips and tricks, just go through my YouTube channel. I have tons and tons and tons of videos, man. So those are my pros. Those are my main pros. Now, to get to the cons. First con is it does not have any of its own sounds, period. This is old school now. It's a sampler, and you have to sample because it's empty. When you first get it, it's empty. All right? Also, I would say the workflow can be kind of slow. I'm pretty good with it because I've had it for so long, but the workflow can be slow because you have to manually chop. Although you have auto chop, but you have to use the jog wheel and turn, and that can get a little time consuming. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the little window, it's not as visible as the newer ones where you have these big screens and all that stuff. Another thing is you have to track out. Once you're done with the beat, you have to track out the beat into your computer. Now, if you have 8 outs, you can be quicker with it, but I never got the 8 outs ever. So this is what I used to do. If I had like 8 channels or 8 tracks, I would manually play each track one at a time to dump it into my software. And that took a long and some people still do that. I'm not going to do that. So that's the reason why now I just use it as a controller. I skip that whole step. So what I do is I plug my MPC to Logic Pro. That's the DAW that I use, and I use it as a controller, and I play the sounds that are already inside my computer. And so I can sequence onto the computer using the drum machine. Does that make sense? So I'm actually tapping out, and I have a video of me doing that, showing exactly how I do it. So I'll play the pads as if it's an instrument because that's how I look at it, as an instrument. So I play it out while it's recording and sequencing live into my computer. That way, I don't sequence in the drum machine and then dump. I skip that whole step. So a lot of people ask me about that. That's what I do. Now, every now and then, I might still use it, the sounds and sequence in it, but that's very rare that I do that. And here's another thing. That's also a good thing. If you purchase any of my sample packs, most of them, I always run it through the MPC, then I go into the computer. So I'm running through the MPC straight into my interface. Okay, so I'll run my Fender rolls. Matter of fact, I have a sample pack coming very soon, so y'all might want to check that out. When I'm making sample packs, I like to run it through the MPC just because I love the sound of it. So that's another plus. Okay. Oh, here's another con. not a lot of memory compared to the newer stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can always upgrade, which is what I did. I used to, when I first got my MPC, this is years and years and years ago, I had the floppy disk, but I swapped that out and now I have SD cards. Okay, so I had to get a card reader installed, and I have a video about that if you want to learn how to do that. Size, it's decent for me, but it's not really portable. It's not going to be like a SP where you can just carry it very easily. Although you can carry it and get a bag and carry it around if you want to. But for me, it's always placed in the studio for me. I don't take it anywhere with me, personally. Not to say that you can't, because you can do whatever you want. This is what you have to remember. At the end of the day, it's all about preference. If this is something that you could use in 2023, go for it. Would I recommend it in 2023? I would if you were after a certain sound and you just want a certain like nostalgia. Yes, go for it if you got the money to spend. And that's another thing. Nowadays, you can get it on eBay for as low as $400 if you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? Now they go up and up because a lot of people have customized theirs and did some upgrades and all that stuff. But if you're lucky, you can get one for around $300 to $400. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's my take on the MPC 2000 XL in 2023. Shout out your weapon of choice. Let me know if you're interested in getting one, or if you have the later MPCs. What do you think? If you've had the older ones and the newer ones, write down in the comments why you upgraded and what you think about what you have now. So that's it. That's all I got. I'll see y'all next time. Check out the links down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. I'm sending peace and positive energy.